Traveler's Log, entry number 576. PLK reporting. Today we decode how Raiders of Blackveil fuses roguelike progression, ARPG stat rushes, MOBA style synergies, and just a touch of extraction style tension. Then strap a bleed block tank on that frame and watch chaos unfold. This is not just about surviving, it's about turning the enemy's best hits into your next attack. Let's roll.
Epic PLK.
First thing to understand, Raiders of Blackveil is chaos layered on chaos. It's an ARPG where your damage numbers matter. A MOBA where positioning and crowd control decide fights. A roguelite where no two runs are the same. And yes, there's an extraction style end room to bank loot. But it's tiny compared to real extraction shooters. It's more of a vibe than a main mechanic. That combination means builds are everything. A good build isn't just numbers on a screen, it's the difference between wiping a room and getting flattened in seconds. And my build today, it's part Fortress, part Blender, the bleed block tank. I started with the boss's own cleaver axe, not just because it hits hard, but because every swing sends it flying like some bloody boomerang. And every enemy it touches, they start bleeding out. Bleed in this game is beautiful, because it's not just burst damage, it's pressure. That little red number ticking over their heads is the sound of their health slipping away. So I doubled down, I pumped warrior levels to scale that bleed until every axe throw was dangerous. But bleed alone wasn't enough, I needed control. That's where guard came in, flying hammers, extra defense, and one very fun mechanic. Every time I lose my shield, dash, or even take a solid hit, that hammer flies. It stuns enemies, opens them up for the cleaver, and keeps me in control. An interesting tweak in my build that turned defensive moments into offense.
Epic PLK.
Picture this. I dash into a mob of enemies. Shields pop, hammer launches, they're stunned. In that tiny pause, the cleaver spins through the air, cuts through the whole line, and now they're bleeding. By the time they shake off the stun, they've already lost a chunk of health. Sometimes the chain just keeps going. Hammer stuns, cleaver bleeds, another shield break, another stun. It feels like a loop you could run forever, until there's nothing left to loop on.
Epic PLK.
Now, let's talk about where this really shines. Boss fights. In bosses, the bleed keeps working while you dodge. You don't need to land a hit every second. The axe you threw earlier is still stacking bleed, buying you time to reposition. Combine that with hammer stuns on every shield break, and you can interrupt some nasty attacks before they even connect. We still have only one level to try right now, so it's hard to see the full potential of these builds. Honestly, the tank character is much harder to play than assassin or mage. I'm still figuring out the playstyle here. I wanted to use it as a pure hard defense character that would just soak hits and counterattack. And when it works, it's insane. Enemies melt when the hammers and axes are flying, stacking bleed.
Epic PLK.
But here's the reality. You can't just survive in this game by standing there. If you build only for attack, you're dead. Looks like the better approach is to balance your skills, not just your raw damage output. Otherwise, you burn through your health too fast. It's not just strong, it's fun when it clicks. There's something deeply satisfying about playing a tank who isn't just a meat shield. You're the one starting fights, dictating when the action happens. and deciding when it ends. And yeah, this game has that mix going on. MOBA style champions, RPG loot, roguelite progression. It's chaotic in the best way. Right now, we only have the demo build from Steam Next Fest earlier this year, but it's sticking around until early access hits in winter 2025. There's just the one level in this version, but it's enough to get a feel for the champions and perk system. Over 300 perks to shape your class however you want. I went full Guardian and Warrior for this tank, but you can roll as Assassin, Mage, Monk, whatever fits your style. The world itself is this gritty industrial fantasy where animal rebels are fighting against a human megacorporation. You basically storm their factory floor and try to tear down their whole operation. It's not perfect. You need to commit. If you hesitate, the chain breaks. If you miss your cleaver throw, you lose a big chunk of your bleed output. But when it works, it's pure chaos in the best way. Wombo Games says they've got an update coming soon with performance tweaks, quality of life changes and new localizations. So the player base should only grow from here, whether you're going solo or in co-op with up to 3 players.
Epic PLK.
I'm not the only one who's experimenting here. Players online talk about stun bleed log builds as a kind of dream combo. And they are not wrong. One guy compared it to playing pinball with enemy bodies. And yeah, that's about right. So yeah, I took shield loss and turned it into fuel. I took a dash reset and made it a stun engine. And I turned the humble cleaver into a storm of spinning, bleeding death. It's messy, it's theatrical, and it's unapologetically epic, exactly how I like it. Fellow travelers, what should I try next? Pure hammer tank? Poison bleed hybrid? Drop your next quest idea in the comments. Until then, keep exploring and stay epic.